Hey guys, I'm Andrea, and welcome to another episode of Careers Are Weird. It is episode 35. It's a solo episode because I just have to sit down and talk to myself for a minute. Because for the people who are watching this, you can just see like my hands, my face, my everything. It's just like, what a 2025 so far. I mean, for the most part, you guys know that I live and work in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and I always say careers are weird, but they're also seasonal and very geographical because for those of you who don't know, the UAE is a predominantly Muslim country, and we are approaching the holy month of Ramadan. And that will start here around March 1st, maybe February 28th. So, interestingly, all of my friends here, including myself, have been super busy the entire month of February because there's just this massive sense of urgency to get everything done before Ramadan. And then it's just so funny talking to my friends who are not in the Middle East. And, you guys, you don't have this impending deadline, so to speak. So, yeah, it has been a super busy period. And, I'm grateful to be busy with work, but also I just have to sit down and make time for the things that I want to do outside of my formal career, such as, my baby, this podcast, Careers Are Weird. So, sitting down for a solo episode, and you guys know my solo episodes are the short, sweet 10-minute career talks. And this week, I want to have some fun with it. I just want to talk about my threads. So, Careers Are Weird is on Threads. Threads is I want to say the Twitter of Instagram, hey? But, if you've known me long enough, you know that I was a big keyword warrior back on the Twitter days. Like, I could tweet all night long. I have since discovered Threads, and Careers Are Weird has a Threads account, and I have been happily tip tapping away my thoughts, my opinions. Um, so I just want to read my threads and maybe share a story or two. Let's see what comes to mind. Let me see if I can not edit this episode. So let me see what comes to mind. And I've got my phone because I can read my threads. But I'm actually going to start with my first viral thread. So, guys, I went viral on threads. And when I say viral, I mean I had no hashtags, no nothing, just me and my little words. And I got 6,900 likes and over 500 retweets or rethreads or whatever. So, we're going to start there because how funny. So, that viral thread was: careers are so weird because in the corporate world, everything is urgent except your promotion. Frog face emoji. So many people resonated with that. Oh my God, it was hilarious because, I said I was going to give some stories, but we might not give a story on that one. The responses, though, the responses are what took me up because people are like, funny how those critical deadlines never apply when it's time for that raise they promised, but your 3 p.m. status report, ASAP or the world ends. Or someone else was like, there's also never any money, no matter what kind of numbers the company is doing. And then someone else said, agreed, my company told me they were going to give me a raise last September, and I ain't got SHIT even now. Oh man, people were dying in the comments. And it's just like, it makes me think, what the hell is so urgent about everything in work? Everything's so urgent, hey? Um, but funny enough, your promotion, your title change, your salary increase, none of that is ever urgent. That has to wait until annual review cycles, or whatever your contract says, right? So let's read another thread. I loved this one, and I was in a mood when I typed this one. Is it really due by EOD, or are you being dramatic? Wow. So raise your hands if you're driving to work or whatever. Just put your hand up if you have ever been asked for something by EOD gotten it to them by EOD, only to get a thumbs up thank you at like 8 a.m. the next morning. Because guess what? They didn't need it by EOD, they needed it by the next day. Because mm, mm, there are people that make me want to be like, EOD means end of December, not end of day. Oh my God. Can't stand it. What next? What next? Ooh, here's a good one. So, weird how jobs will reduce headcount but increase performance targets. I.e., we're a stronger, leaner team. We need everyone to work hard to smash that $500 million goal. Like, I'm so sorry, what? You just cut everybody. I'm not doing the role of three people, and we're still gonna smash the same goal that you had when we were triple the amount of people. No way. No way. No way. Sometimes it's like, is leadership smoking when they say these things, when they write these things down? I'm confused. Ooh, this one's good. So this one says, whatever you do, go have lunch outside the office. Do not risk your boss seeing you during lunch and attacking you with questions. It will ruin your appetite. I I wrote this on a day that I was fuming. I wanted to eat. I was super hungry. And I got my lunch, came back, thought, okay, let me eat in the pantry. At the office, I decided not to eat in the food court where I got food. Nah, I don't know. Didn't feel like sitting there today. Came back in. Tell me why I am eating lunch and the questions are firing off about this deck, this sheet, this. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I am eating. Like, relax. If I had stayed out right now, you wouldn't be asking me these questions. Don't ask me these just because I'm in here at the moment. I feel very strongly about that. And you know what? Since that date, I have not eaten at work since. And you guys can go back to threads and see what days I posted that and be like, I have not eaten a meal at the office, inside the office since that. Not doing it again. Won't risk it ever, ever, ever again. Mm, this one. Do you actually have a question or are you just performing to seem relevant to the meeting? Like, I think this is probably going to be those episodes where if you could see my face, like if you were watching this versus listening, but wow, do you actually have a question or are you just performing to seem relevant in the meeting? The people who have nothing to say but let's not boil the ocean or let's get the low hanging fruit. The people who say things that don't actually mean anything but say it loudly enough so it's like, okay, I attended the meeting. Yeah, that one's. Yes, no, no, no. I think this is a question that needs to be asked before people speak in meetings. Do you actually have a question or are you just performing to seem relevant in the meeting? Mm. I feel like watch me go over 10 minutes because I am just like I'm reading the threads and I'm just like, so am I gonna tell the story or am I not gonna tell the story? But I feel like some of them are just so relatable. You guys might be like, wow. But this one is, isn't it funny how bosses always say we need to improve communication here, but then they always make changes without telling anyone? Careers are weird, I guess. Oh my god. Woo! Yeah. Improved communication. All the changes are happening behind closed doors. Yeah, they're just yeah. But I don't even. Oh, I have some replies to that one. I should probably. Someone. Oh, I loved this reply to this one. Someone said, communication is boss speak for listen to me, which is a softened version of obey my commands. And you know what? That's so true. Like, oh, we're communicating. We're doing our best to communicate efficiently. And sometimes, as leadership, we have to communicate. No, you are just softly saying, obey my commands. And it's really funny, really hilarious, honestly. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying this and you go follow Careers or Word on Threads after this because the content over here, amazing. Ooh, this one's good. Corporate math, announcing record profits while telling employees there's no budgets for raises. And I think a lot of people, I think this is more for my corporate MNC people that are not struggling. You know, you're not a startup girly such as me, but you're a corporate person and your company is announcing millions in profits, and there's no budget for raises because the profits weren't profiting like they were last year. I think a lot of people have felt that one. um there's a really good one that I posted on LinkedIn that I've just been dying to talk about, which means I have to go and find it. Oh my god, hold on guys, this one is going to be really really good. Okay, you know what? I can't actually find it. And I think it's one that I know, but I think I was in a mood and I couldn't post it at the time because it would have sounded really, really bad. Um, but it was funny how it's always on the employee to go above and beyond for the company, but the company can only do for you what is within the four corners of your contract. And I have to let that one sit a bit because I don't actually think I posted that one. I may want to post it now on Threads, but I'm just going to repeat that just so it's clear in my head. But it's so funny how it's always up to the employee to go above and beyond for the company. However, the company can only do for you what is within the four corners and constraints of your contract. The whole above and beyond thing. You know, when I tell y'all go home at the end of the workday, I mean go home at end of the workday because the above and beyond thing. I feel like the conversations I have, you have to be lucky for the above and beyond to kind of actually work for you, hey? But yeah, no, this it's actually really fun to go back through the threads and see some of the stuff that has been posted, some of the thoughts I've had, read some of the comments that you guys have had from interacting with the content. And yeah, no, I think I was really in need of a fun episode. I just kind of wanted to mic up and laugh about careers for a bit because they're so weird, but they're so hilarious and they just don't make any sense sometimes. And the most random things ever. And yeah, I needed to mic up and just read some of this stuff and just laugh about careers because you know what, why not? So I'm pretty sure I've gone over the 10 minutes. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope you guys actually thought this was really, really funny. And as always, I appreciate you listening. You know, actually, before I go, you know, I always mention in the show notes that you guys should connect with the guests that I have on the show on LinkedIn and get in touch and stuff. And you know what, guys? I genuinely mean it because behind the scenes, there's actually some really cool introductions being made, and friends of mine from different chapters of my life are connecting. And I think some really cool business opportunities could be coming up from them. So, you guys just message me if you ever want to get in touch with a guest. And I think let's all be better at networking. Networking is definitely going to be a superpower. And I think that's one of the pros of careers are weird. So yeah, on that note, you know, do the whole thumbs up, double tap, commenting, subscribing, following, and all the cool stuff that you guys know I appreciate so much. And until next Wednesday, stay weird and stay ambitious, my friends.